सुशांत सिंह राजपूत ने संडे को अपने घर में फांसी लगाकर आत्महत्या कर ली और हमेशा के लिए इस दुनिया को अलविदा कह दिया। रिपोर्ट्स के अनुसार बॉलीवुड के एलीट्स ने उन्हें कभी नहीं सराहा और न सिर्फ उन्हें अलग थलग रखा बल्कि कईयों ने उन्हें बॉयकॉट भी कर दिया, जिसकी वजह से वो काफी परेशान थे। अब दबंग के डायरेक्टर अभिनव कश्यप ने सलमान खान और उनके भाइयों सोहेल और अरबाज खान के खिलाफ कुछ गंभीर एलिगेशंस लगाए हैं और बताया है कि कैसे फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में आउटसाइडर्स को एक्सप्लॉइट किया जाता है। अभिनव ने एक लंबे पोस्ट में लिखा, My appeal to the government to launch a detailed investigation. Rest in peace, Sushant Singh Rajput. Om Shanti, but your fight continues. The suicide of Sushant Singh Rajput brings to the forefront a much bigger problem of what many of us have been dealing with. Exactly what might compel a person to commit suicide? I fear his death is just the tip of the iceberg, just like the Me Too movement was for a much bigger malaise in Bollywood. The death of Sushant Singh Rajput brings under scanner the role YRF Talent Management Agency might have played in pushing him towards his suicide, but that is for the authorities to investigate. These people don't make careers, they ruin your career and life. Having suffered personally for a decade, I can confidently say every talent manager and all talent management agencies of Bollywood are a potential death trap for artists. They are all basically white-collar dalals and everyone is involved. They all have an unspoken code of conduct they adhere to. Their one simple mantra is, हमाम में सब नंगे और जो नंगे नहीं हैं उनको नंगा करो, क्योंकि अगर एक भी पकड़ा गया तो सब पकड़े जाएंगे. Following is mostly their modus operandi. First, the talent scout working on a cut commission spots a needy wild talent from out of Mumbai with little connections or property. The talent is then lured with free invites to Bollywood parties and random restaurant launches on the pretext of introducing them to celebrities. The blinding glamour of celebs and lure of easy money is unleashed on the unsuspecting. Mind you, they are all ignored and treated very badly at these parties, so they feel demoralized and their self-confidence breaks. Once the confidence is broken, the scout offers them a multi-year exclusivity contracts and pressure them to sign up for it by promising to protect them from predators or offering a pittance. Mind you, breaking these legal contracts mean heavy penalties for those budding talents, but the scout makes sure through bullying and coercion that there is very little option for the talent but to sign up. Once the talent is signed up with the talent management agency, they give up their right to exercise free choice and their discretion in any matter concerning career, and they are made to work as bonded labor with very little money. Even if they are brave and manage to escape the clutches of their talent management agency, somehow they are systematically boycotted and their names smeared till they jump ship to another agency in the hope of a better tomorrow. But that tomorrow never comes. Their new agency turns out to be the same. Over a period of few years, mostly the prime of any actor, the talent is repeatedly broken till they either commit suicide or they succumb to prostitution and escort services. Yes, male escorts too, to feed the ego and sexual appetite of the rich and powerful, not just in Bollywood but also in corporate world and politics. My experience is no different. I have experienced exploitation and bullying firsthand. Arbaz Khan on Dabangg and ever since. So here is my story 10 years after Dabangg. The reason I moved out of making Dabangg 2 10 years ago is because Arbaz Khan, in collusion with Sohail Khan and family, was trying to take control of my career by bullying me. Arbaz Khan sabotaged my second project with Sri Ashtvinayak Films that I was signed up with by personally calling their head Mr. Raj Mehta and threatening him with dire consequences if they made a film with me. I had to return the signing money to Sri Ashtvinayak Films and move to Viacom Pictures. They did the same thing. Only this time the sabotager was Sohail Khan and he intimidated the then Viacom CEO Vikram Malhotra. My project was sabotaged and I was made to return my signing fee of rupees 7 crore plus interest of 90 odd lakhs. It's only then that Reliance Entertainment came to my rescue and we forged an enduring partnership for my film Besharam. But lo behold, Mr. Salman Khan and family sabotaged the release of the film and got their PROs to run a sustained negative smear campaign against me and my film Besharam before release. This scared the distributors from buying my film. Reliance Entertainment and I were capable and courageous enough to release the film ourselves, but the battle had just begun. My enemies, which were many, ran a sustained negative trolling and bad-mouthing campaign against the film till the box office of my film collapsed. But to their horror, Besharam had still netted 58 crore before it went out of theatres. So they fought on. They sabotaged the satellite release of the film that were pre-sold to Mr. Jayantilal Gada, who was the main aggregator for Zee Telefilms those days. With Reliance's goodwill, they were able to renegotiate the satellite rights sale with Gada for a much lesser price. Over the next few years, all my projects and creative endeavors have been sabotaged, and I have been repeatedly threatened with life and rape threats given to or for the female members of my family. The sustained gaslighting and bullying destroyed my mental health and that of my family and led to my divorce and breaking up of my family in 2017. They aired and sent some of these threats as texts sent to me as SMS from several numbers. Armed with evidence, I went to the police in 2017 to file an FIR, which they refused to register, but they registered a non-cognizable complaint. When the threats continued, I forced the police to track the numbers, but they could not be traced back to Sohail Khan, the suspected sender. My complaint remains open to date and I still have all the evidence. My enemies are sharp, cunning and always attack me from the back and stay hidden. But the best part is, after 10 years, I know who my enemies are. Let it be known that they are Salim Khan, Salman Khan, Arbaz Khan and Sohail Khan. There are many other small fries, but Salman Khan family is the head of this venomous serpent. They use a clever mix of the ill-gotten money, political clout and connections with the underworld to intimidate anyone and everyone. Unfortunately, truth is on my side and I'm not going to give up like Sushant Singh Rajput. I refuse to cow down and will fight on till I see the end of either them or me. Enough tolerance, it's time to fight back. So this is not a threat, it's an open challenge. Sushant Singh Rajput has moved on and I hope he is happier wherever he is. But I will make sure that no more innocent will kill himself over lack of work with dignity in Bollywood. I hope suffering actors and creative artists will share my post on various social media platforms, as will the media and people who patronize the entertainment industry. Warm regards, Abhinav Kashyap. Well, Sushant's death has certainly opened a can of worms. For more on movies, fashion and entertainment, stay tuned to MovieTalkies.com.